David Johnston.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. I wanted to speak in this debate for three reasons. Firstly, like I'm sure every member of this House, I would like to see an energy system that the government's seeking to create, which is more resilient, keeps costs down, and keeps us on track for our net zero aim. Government spent this huge amount of money paying the equivalent of half of the average household's energy bill, which has been very welcome given what Putin has done to weaponize energy supply. But there's clearly an unsustainable position for the country to be in. And while we've made great strides in cutting emissions, cutting them by over 40%, cutting them faster than any other country in the G20, we have more to do on our energy system. The second reason is that my constituency is home to Harwell campus, which was hidden from ordnance maps in the late 30s and early 40s, but was where atomic energy was developed. And Harwell campus is now the home to £3 billion of science infrastructure, including an energy tech cluster, which alone has 80 companies in it. My constituency is also home to Milton Park, which has 270 companies predominantly working in science and tech, including Tokamak Energy, which is going to be key to our fusion future. So this bill and what it seeks to do in supporting the government's aims on carbon capture and storage and on hydrogen and on fusion is not just really important for the country as a whole, it's also particularly important for businesses in my constituency. But the third reason I wanted to speak in this debate is that I'm the lead sponsor of the local electricity bill, which various people have commented on, which has the support of 318 MPs, 125 on this side of the House, 113 councils, nearly 90 national organisations, 4 of the 6 distribution network operators, not to mention countless members of the public who have written to many of us endorsing this bill. Yeah, because we haven't made enough of community energy and the potential of community energy. The Environmental Audit Committee found that it could, by 2030, they found this in 2021, could power 2.2 million homes by 2030. But instead, we've gone from 249 megawatts in 2017 to 331 in 2022 over a 5-year period. We could be doing a lot more than that. We haven't seen a single community energy supplier get to market through the Licence Light scheme, which it was hoped might be able to enable this. And the truth is the setup costs are too high because they're estimated to be £1 million or more, which for a small scale generator of community energy is far too much. Now, as the Minister knows, the driving force behind this, and I pay tribute to them, is powerful people, and particularly Steve Shaw, who many of us work on this. And they are very flexible and adaptable, and as he knows, the bill has moved a considerable way from being one which sought to make the costs of joining the network for renewable energy suppliers, community energy suppliers, proportional to their size, to now being a bill which says, why don't we let them team up with larger suppliers so they can sell their energy at a fair price and access the metering and maintenance capabilities of those larger suppliers. Now, I understand that is still not something that, that's still not currently a position that the government supports. So I say to the Minister, work with me and the other supporters of this bill as this bill progresses to get to a position that the government is comfortable with, because it's hugely popular. People often disagree about whether to have nuclear or not. They disagree about which renewable source we should put more money into, how long are we going to need to use fossil fuels. Almost everybody supports community energy. Indeed, the government has consistently said it supports the development of community energy. So work with us to try and find the right mechanism to get some money behind community energy, because it's high time we found the right mechanism to enable it to flourish.